Hello and welcome everybody to SCAIME Web Conference 2021, and especially today our presentation whose subject is Schneider Electric's choice for SCAIME weighing solution, or great weighing solutions for great automated system. For those who don't know us or don't recognize us because of the mask, my name is Christophe Fourdouillet. I'm Business Development Manager at SCAIME, and I'm sitting here together with Philippe Cartier, our Sales Director. We will also share the slideshow with Eric Bonsignor, CPJ Global Business Development Director at Schneider Electric. So each of us will present a part of the slideshow. Just to make things clear about some practical information and details about the organization and the conduct of the session. The presentation itself will last more or less 40 minutes and will be followed by a question and answer session of more or less 10 minutes. You are invited to switch off your mics, and as direct interventions are not allowed during the presentation, I suggest you use the question and reply message box at the bottom of the screen to send your message. They will be collected by our friend Yvan here, the technical supervisor, who will transmit them to us at the end of the presentation, and we will be glad to answer them. So the purpose of the presentation is to highlight, of course, the benefits of the Schneider Electric and SCAIME cooperation, how it materializes in product associations, and how it finally results in joint success stories. So in introduction, yes, we can say SCAIME is a master technology partner of Schneider Electric for weighing application. This is not a new story. We are officially partner for weighing applications since 2008, but we will talk about this later. The cooperation is lasting for longer than that. So Schneider Electric wanted to have a trusted partner, a reliable partner for helping its customers and system integrators to set up some solutions, some weighing solutions. And Schneider answered all the boxes, ticked all the boxes. We are a medium-sized company, let's say, but very agile, headquartered in Annemasse, in the southeast of France, with a turnover of 13 million euro, with, well, more or less 50% domestic sales and another 50% international sales through a network of more than 70 partners in different countries. So when we mean solution for weighing, we mean all the product designed and manufactured by SCAIME. That includes a very comprehensive range of load cells for all types of application and all types of capacities of measurement, from 200 grams for the small, very, very light weighing application, up to the heavy duty ones, 1,000 ton per load cell. It includes also the mechanical environment of the load cell, that is to say the mounting kits, which help to adapt the load cell into its environment, for instance, a tank or a hopper weighing. And third part of the measuring chain, the weighing indicators, the weighing controllers, and the related softwares. So here we have a nice picture of a typical manufacturing site. And in this manufacturing site, SCAIME can display its ability and its areas of expertise, not only on plant engineering, but also on machine control. We provide solution to both type of solutions, and whatever the field of production, let's say, so it can be food and beverage, MMM, chemicals, waste, logistic, etc., etc. So on the right-hand side, you see the types of application where we have a complete solution: load cell, mounting kit, electronics, standard platform weighing, of course, but also tank and hopper weighing, continuous weight, dynamic weighing, like belt weighing, loss in weight, feeding, filling by batch applications, and sorting and check weighing applications. For all that, we have a solution or several solutions. So this is an interesting diagram which shows step by step what you can find in a production site. And at each step of the way, you have a possibility to face, let's say, a challenge or a question of how do I weigh that? So it starts with storage and static weighing on silo, then some belt weighing, so weighing in motion, continuous weighing, loss in weight feeding, which is also another type of dynamic weighing, batch dosing, filling or bagging, so the packaging side. So we get closer to the end of the process and finally check weighing at the end of line. Yet again, at each step of the way, SCAIME has a dedicated solution, not only with the load cell, but with some transmitters and softwares around those transmitters who are able to monitor specific applications, specific functionalities. All this being monitored globally by PLCs, and that's where the cooperation with Schneider Electric is highlighted. This is an overview, and of course you have much more detailed information on our website, product by product, but this is an overview of the scope of load cells and mounting kits according to nominal capacities that you can use, that you can recommend, or that you can prescribe for some of the weighing applications. On the pictures on the top of the slide, you see different types of applications, different types of tanks, hoppers, hanging scales, belts, conveyor belt, etc., etc. Different types of mounting, different number of weighing points, let's say, and for each of them we have the answer, not only for the load cell but also for the mounting kit. Load cells that can not only the range of capacity but also extremely rugged load cell adapted for rough environment with hermetically sealed design, and also possibly as an option protection ATEX for potentially explosive atmosphere as an option.
Okay, so clearly a very extensive range of mounting hardware. So let's talk about the electronics which are connected to these load cells and how they interact. They are able to interact with the Schneider equipment. Everything comes into a name. The name is EcoStruxure, in which our system are well adapted, and we are, I would say, easily included in these architectures. So we have two levels of capacity to offer weighing equipments. We have the machine or plant level, but let's say it's more it's a midway between machine and plant, where we can offer our ENOT 4 series, which are electronic controllers able to communicate with the API using either Ethernet IP. It's clear that the trend of the market goes more and more in the direction of the Ethernet, industrial Ethernet communication capabilities. CAN open, which is also a kind of network well used in the Schneider range for quite a few years. And for the remaining equipments that we can find on the market, RS485 Modbus TCP communication is also a solution. For the plant level, we also have the possibility to provide our PMESWT, which is more or less, let's say, an ENOT 4, but in Schneider packaging, which gives it the capability to be directly connected to the backplane of the API, So in this case, we will talk of M580 and X80 drops in order to provide the weighing information to the automated system in order to do whatever it has to do in terms of mixing or measuring level or whatever. So if we go a little bit more in detail, so talking of this PMESWT, so as I said, you can connect it directly on the CPU rack or on the X80 Rio drop. The communication between our module and the M580 is Ethernet, which gives a lot of transparency well, the transparency of the system is complete because it can go up to higher level of automation down to real device, and our device will be exactly in this wave. And we have, of course, a local possibility to connect HMI independently from the PLC, and we also have local inputs and outputs. So the load cell will connect on these modules. We can connect up to 6 load cells through a junction box, so everything can be provided by SCAIME and can be easily included in the Schneider architecture. In terms of made easy what would I say? Implementation. Thank you. I was looking for my words. Into the EcoStruxure Control Expert. So its integration. We do provide different tools. So one of them is the FDT DTN technology, so that all the information coming from the PMESWT can be accessed from the PLC interface. So the DTM, which is located inside the PLC, will access to all these parameters, and the configuration will be made easy using the same tools as the one you use for the configuration of the whole automation system. It is also possible to access to the calibration process directly from the PLC. So as I said, a lot of transparency here. To help our users to do these all these operations, we have a number of TVDA, so tested, validated. I never remember the documented architectures. Yeah, the D is never. Thank you, Eric. Documented architecture. So in other terms, these are function blocks with all the literature to help you put them in line with your requirements. So in order to make sure that your automation engineer will not spend 4 weeks with 120 pages of documentation to be able to first get weighing information. This can be done much more quickly, and the TVDAs are there to help you with that. Looking at the ENOT 4, so this product has the advantage to be extremely versatile. So we have two subfamilies. One is this controller can be included in little dyno rail boxes, so that you can just plug it just by the API, or you can also have it inside a stainless steel housing, and you can also integrate on this housing an HMI, which will be connected to the ENOT 4, and doing this, you have some kind of indicator that can be installed locally in your workshop with a product which meets industrial standards. So that's for the product itself. In terms of communication, the product will be able to communicate with the Schneider equipment with either, as I said, Modbus RTU in RS485, CAN Open, or Ethernet IP. To ease the configuration, we also provide as an option a Bluetooth communication port, which will be able to connect our ENOT 4 to a smartphone using our app. And this ENOT app will bring all the features that you would find on an indicator. So in other terms, you can access to all parameters and all information from the ENOT using this, this software on your smartphone. We also have integrated web server in the ENOT 4, so you can remotely access to all parameters also, and do everything you need to do with the configuration. And we also have our ENOT View PC software, which is a full solution, including all accessible parameters, possibility to select and to test different filters. So that's really a very extensive software, which makes life much easier, well, very easy for the people in charge of the installation and configuration. And we also have, for these ENOTs, a library called PLC-lib, which is composed of a number of function blocks which have been developed in the EcoStruxure Control Expert. I mean, they are able to be easily integrated into the EcoStruxure Control Expert system. And all these function blocks are available from either our website. So these are free of charge, or you can also download them from the Exchange platform from Schneider Electric, but we will let you know a bit more about it in a later slide. So on these ENOT 4, and that's one of the difference between ENOT 4 and the PMESWT, we also have specific application software which are embedded. So in that case, the API will be able to subcontract larger functions to this kind of modules in order to ease the global functioning of the complete system. So ENOT 4T is a simple weight transmitter, very accurate, very quick, but it doesn't really take care of any specific application software. ENOT 4D is specializing with this D program in the dosing and filling by batch with its own IOs if necessary. The C program, ENOT 4C, will take care of the check weighing applications. So dynamically catch a weight of a parcel, for example, on a conveyor. ENOT 4B, we are there talking of continuous weighing or dosing. So it can be weighing and totalizing all the material going on a belt during a certain amount of time. Or it could be also a dosing using a regulation calculation, which is internal to the ENOT 4. So that in that case, the ENOT 4 would receive the inquiries from the API and would give the information back on the amount of products which are dosed in real time, and on the amount of products which are available at different stages of the process. The last is, as of now, our ENOT 4F, which includes a loss-in-weigh filling system. So that's even a more sophisticated product. And all these different applications, as Christophe mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, give the possibility to use our products in many different cases that you may find in the industry, either in the dosing or in the mixing processes that you may find in these industries. So to have a kind of global vision of what we can offer, here you see ENOT 4 solutions. So you have the transmitter, the dosing by batch, the check weigher, the belt weighing, and the continuous feeder. For each of these programs, you have either certification, because our modules can be certified for legal for trade applications. The only one which is not yet certified is the belt weighing. And for the continuous feeding, there is no regulation. It's purely for internal use.
So legal for trade in Europe.
Legal for trade in Europe, you are absolutely right. You have the possibility to add a local HMI on all of these versions. In terms of connectivity, the full range of networks that to which our model can be connected are CANopen, Profibus DP, Modbus RTU, Modbus TCP, Ethernet IP, Profinet, EtherCAT. So that just to say that we cover a wide range of applications, and it can work either in the machinery or in process control. So I think that Eric had something to add about this.
Yeah, thank you, Philippe. So in fact, we have 3 levels of connectivity. The first one is the local distributed architecture, so mainly connecting an ENOT 4 to a Modicon STB distributed IO block via CANopen, and then via the network interface module going to the CPUs. And you can also connect an HMI directly on this IO block that gives you some capability to parameter and monitor and check what's going on into the SCAIME ENOT module, just like if it was inside of the STB island. So that's the first one, distributed and local. The second level is what we call the typical distributed via Ethernet in this case. So it's a daisy chain loop between an Ethernet switch in the Modicon PLC, a different number of ENOD 4, and the loop closed directly to provide the redundancy on the network. And then the final one is, of course, the module that is completely embedded inside of the M580 PLC, Modicon PLC. So this is the PMESWT, completely inside of the CPU rack, let's say. On top of that, because this is not enough, we want to highlight, as Philippe and Christophe said, coming to that, it's good to have good hardware, good connectivity, but we have to have function blocks predefined, pre-designed, to save the time of the engineering, save the time of the commissioning, save the time of the maintenance. And that's the libraries that Philippe was talking about. And on top, and I will help you to pronounce the name, Philippe, we have the documents that are not only just a piece of paper, but that include also a typical application that is already pre-programmed, tested, validated, and documented, full architecture, again, to make sure you don't have to reinvent anything and can make the weighing system working within a very short time without having to reinvent and rediscover everything. Totally integrated solution, hardware, network, bus, libraries, and documentation.
So everything is done to ease the work of automation engineers.
Philippe?
Yep. Okay, so I think we can slide to information that you wanted to share with all of us.
Sure, thank you, Philippe. And I take this opportunity to say good day to all of you attending this conference. So yeah, in Schneider, we have a technology partner program for years. We have some registered, some certified, and a limited number of supermaster partner. SCAIME is one of the supermaster technology partner of Schneider. And this is really because we are working together. And I want to highlight this along the next slide. SCAIME is the technology partner of telemechanics since last century, I mean 1993, and telemechanic became Schneider. Then SCAIME became the weighing technology partner of Schneider Electric in 2008. SCAIME has been the first one to use the development kit of the X80 I/O and rack that are used in Modicon M580. First one to use the kit to design the first third-party partner specific module. And I really want to thank SCAIME for that, because being the first one is always kind of tricky, but it was okay, and thanks to you and the great partnership. Of course, SCAIME won already 3 times the Partner of the Year award in 2015, 16, 19. Unfortunately, we have not been able to do this program in 2020. You can guess the reasons, but I'm really wishing that we can award some more trophy pretty soon, because it's really something that SCAIME deserve. And now I can also say, without going to too much details, that SCAIME and Schneider Electric are now co-innovating together in the domain of the new automation, with new way of doing an architecture, new way of program, to go faster, better, less memory size, and many other things. I will not go to these details, but we are already engaged in this co-innovation, and this is really the proof that we are working more than together. We are really, as you said some time ago, Philippe, it's a kind of wedding sometimes. Thank you.
So,
next page.
So if I can say it differently, life is on, huh?
You prefer this one, okay? Next page. So I just want to show you some short success stories without spending much time on it, just to show you some example of what can be done and what is done already. So this application is a floor mill in Argentina, so Latin America. This one is using the embedded SCAIME weighing module inside M580 with some more M340 PLC, Magellisa HMIs, and on top, of course, supervision through Aviva, our branch for software, including system platform, historian, and batch management. All of that together, and it's working. The key word on this application was really full product traceability and really high level of weighing performance. And this was achieved easily with SCAIME. Next page. Just another one. This one is in Africa. This is a brewery. And obviously here, the fact that we have an embedded SCAIME module was extremely important for the easiness of engineering, commissioning, and more importantly, the easiness of maintenance. Simplification was the key word here, and it was done in a very smooth way together. Next one. This one is in Italy. So it's a milling process plant in Italy, and here there was really a clear need for one integrated architecture, flexibility at the same time, and very easy integration. And that was provided by the TVDA and the function blocks and the libraries. Next one. Okay, so this is another one. It's a mixing of powder and granules. Again, M340. This time, M340 through Ethernet, Modbus, TCP/IP was connected to several ENOT 4 SCAIME devices, and it was perfectly easy to design and fully embedded into the EcoStruxure philosophy and strategy of Schneider. Next one. That one is the packaging machine, and I want to highlight this one because this one is using a machine OEM Schneider PLC. And this machine OEM PLC connected through Canopan was addressing two ENOT 4 modules to make the multi-head rotary filling machine operational. Very easy integration again, thanks to the library, and optimize response time, I may say. Next one. I like this one even better. In this case, this is robotic. So the controller is a pack drive, motion controller from Schneider, connected via Canopan to the ENOT 4. So very fast response time in a very demanding robotic environment, completely integrated. And that's a way to demonstrate to you that we have different level of architecture, but all of them can serve the process control, the machine control, and also the packaging control that is really usually high-speed demanding application. Next page. As you said, Philippe, yes, above the product, we are taking the time together to test our connectivity, and on top of the libraries, we create what we said. So we talk about tested, validated, documented architecture and the document and the source code that goes with it. And when the system is more simple, I'm not saying there is anything complex here, but when it's really straightforward, we still provide what we call a STN, a System Technical Note, which is a lighter version of the TVDA, just to make sure that it's really no-brainer, easy. You don't need to think about it, just take it. Don't even read it. Use the pre-programmed application. It works, that's it. And I want to highlight, that's a key point, that we have a joint technical support. And we have this joint technical support for years. And I really mean it. I know that SCAIME technical support is having a lot of Schneider PLCs, and they have been trained on it. And actually, I can tell you they're pretty good in Schneider PLC programmation. And on our side, our tech support has also some SCAIME devices, and they are also trained by SCAIME into this technology. So this is key for you. When you are using SCAIME and Schneider together, you have the guarantee that if either you call one or the other company, we will be able to answer. And I will add, and that's a personal one, that I know for sure that our two technical support teams know each other well, and they're working together. So it's really transparent and fluid for you. And I think it's absolutely a key added value. Next page.
And we had quite a few experience where this work together was really appreciated.
Yes, which doesn't mean we have a lot of problems, by the way.
Okay, so I will take the floor for a minute, just to say that we have available resources on the exchange.se.com platform, which is made available by Schneider Electric. So this platform, the web, give you the possibility to connect with peer and experts, find service providers, and shop digital products. So SCAIME is present there. So we are integrated in the Schneider Electric Exchange ecosystem. And you will find all kinds of information and resources linked to our products, which are, one more time, ENOT 4T, CGBF, and PMESWT. From this platform, and you have here a little vision of one of the page, so you will easily access to all kinds of information. You will have also success story being displayed. For example, this one is about that brewery in Africa Eric was mentioning before. And you can also go in the shop area. You can go through much deeper in the products and in the software material which is provided. So here in the example we have ENOT 4D filling, which brings us to the next slide, where you can have an overview of the products, the benefits that you can get out of it, and you can also have a clear vision of all the features which are available, as well as pricing information. So then you can also connect, chat with the team, which is very efficient on the Schneider side, and they will give you all necessary information you might need, and will forward to us when the information is more on our side. So that works pretty well, and I think it was launched when was it, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, so Eric, tell us about the reasons SCAIME and Schneider should be chosen for automation applications.
Yes, Philippe. So this is a very difficult page, because when we start to discuss about that, we had much more reasons, and since there was not enough space on this page, we went down to 6 key reasons only.
After 2 weeks, really, after 2 weeks of discussion.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, okay. Let's say it's 6.1. These 6.1 are not the only one, but that's the key one. 6 reasons to choose SCAIME and Schneider Electric partnership when you need to do weighing applications in your system. So the first one I will say is that with SCAIME, Schneider and SCAIME, we share the same customer ecosystem, the same understanding, the same segment commitment, including CPG, obviously, but also mining, mineral and metal, and also water and wastewater, and oil and gas, and so on and so on and so on. That's very important. We have the same vision of the ecosystem. The second one is we have the same understanding of the concept, same IoT vision, same integration vision, and that concepts are very important to set the organization, set the path, set the cross interoperability. Of course, we are also sharing the same vision about the time to the total cost of ownership, I will say. We both understand that it's important to have an optimized total cost of ownership, and working together is also about total cost of ownership to serve you better. In terms of communication, SCAIME is really a partner. Every time Schneider is doing an event, customer event, internal event, sometimes SCAIME is invited. And the proof is today that when SCAIME is doing also an event, Schneider is invited. So we have the same vision, same communication understanding. That's very important. And of course, as Philippe showed you just before, the exchange program for the day-to-day informations for you customers. Of course, we have also a joint convenience to buy, same policy about system integrator, machine builder, process OEM and distributor, same go-to-market. That's really important to be aligned on that. And I will finish by the consistency of our approach. We are both together on a proven, tested, jointly supported, consistent methodology and architecture. And I put this drawing very small on the bottom. This is the 3 level of the complete EcoStruxure strategy, I will say. If you cannot read it, it's on purpose, because I think the Schneider customers already know that. And for anybody else, please feel free to contact SCAIME or Schneider, and we can show you much more about the complete, consistent strategy and architecture working together. All in all, This is the 6 absolute key reason why SCAIME and Schneider are both together technology partner, and I would say partner one of the other and vice versa. Because yes, SCAIME is a Schneider technology partner, but I also feel proud that Schneider is a partner of SCAIME on the other direction, because this is the way to grow together and to be at your service.
Thank you very much, Eric. So we are clearly extremely happy to have this partnership and long-term partnership with Schneider Electric, which has given us a real vision of our business in automation. Originally, we are clearly in the instrumentation, but gradually our business is moving to automation, in which instrumentation is a part. But when you see our range of ENOT 4 today, it's clearly we are putting more than one leg in the automation, and we know that the future in there, and having the opportunity to partner with one of the world leaders in this kind of in this field, yeah, is something which is extremely important for us. It's absolutely strategic, and we thank you again for that. Okay, I think we have gone through the different topics we wanted to discuss today. We have, of course, a question and answer on the subject which have been discussed today. So Yvan is giving me some questions which have been received. So maybe we can take a look at that. So Christophe.
Well, the first question seems to come from somebody who is involved in a modernization job, I would say. Can the PMESWT module or the ENOT 4 replace an ISPY weighing module on an old premium installation?
So I guess it's a question for you, Eric.
Looks like.
I was afraid of that. Okay. Okay, so if you have a premium PLC, legacy Schneider, and you want to upgrade to Modicon M340, Modicon M580, and the new one, of course you can do it, and you can do it in 2 ways. The first way is you keep your IO rack, the premium IO rack, including the weighing devices, and you connect directly to a Modicon M340, M580 CPU. And we have for that, guess what? TVDA, of course, but also software conversion tool and hardware adaptation kits. And therefore, you don't change anything. You can also get rid of the premium IO rack and the legacy weighing solution. And then you can connect to the embedded inside M580 weighing device, or connect some ENOT 4, knowing that in both cases, your load cells can be kept. You don't need to change it. And I remember some conversation recently with Philippe that was telling me that the technology has been improved, and that even with the old load cells connected to the new weighing devices, there is some improvement. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Today, I mean, the ISPY was developed, I think, something like 10 to 15 years ago, and of course, the technology has moved in between. So today, we are able to accept on our modules load cells inputs from let's say 1 millivolt per volt up to 3 millivolt per volt, even more. But usually for strain gauge load cells, this is the interval in which you find the output signal. So we have absolutely no problem being compatible with most of the load cells available in the market, and that would work, of course, in the case you just mentioned.
Mm-hmm. That is actually answering one of the questions we had. So we anticipated the question from one of our spectator.
Which shows that this kind of question happens more often than we think.
This is a classic, indeed.
Yeah.
We have here a question about the PLC lib function blocks. Are they also applicable to machine EcoStruxure environment? I think in one of the slides we mentioned this, but it's interesting to come back on that a bit more in detail. It's true that until the beginning of this year, the PLC lib function blocks available on our website or on Exchange were purely dedicated to process, to plant, and not to machine. So this update is recent. It dates from to January, I think it is. So it complements what was already present for plant application. Now it is also available for machines, which is a very useful help for the developer to go through the typical functionalities of weighing, like the calibration, like the data storage device in case you have a trade-approved application and this kind of thing. The typical basic functions like zero reset or tear or whatever. So not everybody is familiar with those classics of the weighing applications, and the PLC lib function blocks is a very useful help for people to go through that.
Okay, I think we have a last question here. How is the technical support organized for SCAIME products, especially for weighing transmitters around the world? So it's true that we are, I would say, a middle-sized company, but we are selling our products all around the world. So what would you reckon, Christophe, about this?
I think it is an organization that dates back from the start of the ENOT 4. I mean, at that time, we realized that in the SCAIME after-sales department, we didn't need only people who were able to, who knew the load cells inside out, but also people a bit more specialized in supporting customers, in helping them to set up our transmitter. We're getting a bit more sophisticated. So this policy dates back from more than 10 years ago, and year after year it has been developed. I think Eric pointed out the fact that today we have in our team of engineers specialized in support, they have in their office some Schneider PLC, which allows them to do some simulation to understand better what the customer is facing as a problem and to help them as fast as possible. So they can be reached very easily through our website at the address, which is support@scaime.com. All the people who face a problem or have a question, even if it's a question related to programming, don't hesitate to use it and set contact with them.
Okay, thank you very much, Christophe. I think it's time for all of us to say goodbye. Thank you, Eric, for sharing this time with us and sharing all this information to our spectators. We will be, of course, remaining together for future opportunities to work together. Please contact either Schneider and SCAIME for further information. Thanks to our technical team. So Yvon has been doing a lot of nice work for 3 days now. Thank you, Eric. Thank you all. Have a nice day, and we hope to see you soon in better conditions than what we have today.
Without the mask.
Without the mask. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, thank you to all of you, and take care of you guys and your loved one. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.